All right, let's dive into that important myth about annuities that a lot of people, David, seemingly get wrong. And that it's a pretty simple myth, by the way. It is all annuities are bad. So should we sound the buzzer now or later? All annuities are bad. Let's break down that myth.
I think really, I think everyone knows. I mean, and if you don't, and if you're going to listen to all the jargon where it's like, hey, oh, they're a fake thing. They don't do anything for you, for growth. They suck this. Either they were one or two things. They were sold the wrong product because they went to a guy that doesn't know what the heck annuities are or what really how to use them, right? Or number two is they really went into the wrong one themselves. They thought they wanted something that they didn't want, right? So you have over 3,000 types just in the state alone, and it really depends on the client and their goals and their necessity needs and how much funds or how, what amount of funds they actually want to put into an annuity. I know annuities have a huge part of retirement. Guys, annuities have been around since the early 1800s. I mean, they wouldn't be here forever if they were that bad, right? You financial corporations and everybody else wouldn't let them be sold if they were really that bad. So everyone out there that thinks, if you really think that annuities are bad, you really, really need to give us a call or, sit down with us. And if you're in that retirement phase, because you really need to sit down and understand what they are and how they can help you. Now, does everyone need the full amount? No. Does everyone need all their money in annuities? Heck no, right? But you've got to be able to position certain assets for that annuity word, whether it's a fixed index that you can gain those market link gains, which we do a lot of business with, or creating a personalized pension. I cannot stress enough. The personalized pensions right now that you can get with just your amount of money in your IRAs or 401ks are absolutely unbelievable. They're better than they've ever been. Okay. So if anybody has questions about those, or, you want to at least quote something, come to us, sit down, understand them, and actually what you're in too, because we do a lot of business too, Jim. With bad annuities, let's just say annuities that people shouldn't have, right? Because they were sold the wrong product.
You bring up a good point, and let me ask you this. When we say all annuities are bad, that obviously is a myth. There are many different types of annuities out there, though. Here are some of the most common: immediate annuities, fixed indexed annuities, variable annuities. Again, immediate annuities, fixed annuities, indexed annuities, variable annuities. So let's say I walk into your office and I'm not well versed on annuities. Hi, I'm Jim. I am a radio host on retirement on the retirement.radio network. And I would like to know more about annuities. David, can you help me out? Which one of those four annuities would be best for me pre-retirement? Or someone like me?
There's got to be a couple of questions in there, Jim. And I have to say, hey, look, well, first of all, what are your goals? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I know, that's the first question I always ask, but we're here for the clients. I'm here for the client, and if I'm not doing the right thing for the client, then I don't even want to help them. Okay. So that's the first thing that I ask is, look, what are your goals? And that's going to define where they need to go with an annuity. Now, I deal with a lot of retirees. Okay. So I'm going to knock a couple off already. Variable annuities have risks to the market. Okay. I'm sorry to tell you, if you're to go to a variable annuity, you might as well already be in the market. There's no reason to do that in the retirement cycle at all. Now, if you're going in for a guaranteed income, you're going to go into the fixed index. They have the best guaranteed income out there. Okay, so personalized pensions, fixed index is where it's at. Now, if you're looking for more of a CD, right, and you want a fixed and you want the highest fixed side, maybe we go into a multi-year guarantee or a fixed annuity, right? And that's going to depend on the client and their goals or what they want, right? Now, there's also a lot of riders that go into them, right, with death benefits and all this kind of stuff. And really, to tailor down towards it, there's a lot of formulas in the back of the contracts that people don't read. And one of the biggest misconceptions, which was why my business is so successful right now, is because you've got a lot of financial professionals out there and advisors that went to school for finance that don't know the math. So they're putting these people in products they don't understand. And then it gives that annuity the bad rep. We always say it in our first seminar. what's the grill in the room, right? Right. So, and that big word annuity comes out. And the bottom line is that when you don't know how to do something or you don't know how to present something to a client, right? You just kind of do it. You just if a client asks about, hey, can I have an annuity? And you don't know what it is, you just want to give it to them because you have it. You don't know the insides and outs of that product or what company you're in or the riders that are involved or what the goal and purpose of that annuity is. So really, when you sit down with a client, you have to really go over that. I can't tell you how many times I've sat down with a couple and we go over a couple of their annuities that they have. And all of a sudden they're like, well, David, I never knew I could get out, or I never knew that these were bad, or we have our own seminar called the annuity test. And Jim, I tell you, it's pretty cool because people can come and they think that they have a okay annuity, or maybe I haven't been tricked. And then we just go T-chart, Jim. We put a T-chart up and we go side by side and I go, look, here's the math. Which one would you rather have? Oh, well, David, that's a no-brainer, that one.
Mhm.
Well, did you know that these are out in the market? No, I didn't know that because either the agent only has certain companies that he can sell or certain products, or the knowledge is not there, Jim. And the math is what brings the knowledge.